What made you boom on Instagram?
Consistency, the fact that I was always posting and I engage with my followers, I always interact with my followers.
Do you see social media influencing or content creation as a long-term career in a way?
A lot of people are making it.
So what I was saying was that thank you very much for your time. I know it's a Sunday, and when it's a Sunday, there's a lot of things you need to do. Otherwise, this is Influencer Academy podcast. So here we're hoping to Shalaphanti with dope content creators so that we can help other people that are trying to get to your position. Pearl, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
That's super dope. So, Pearl, for the people watching this who might not know you, can you please give us a brief description of who you are, what you're about, and what you're currently doing?
Okay, I'm Pearl Mayile, a 22-year-old, and I'm a student in Northwest University. I'm doing BA in Human Resources Management. I'm a content creator and slash influencer.
That's super dope. That's super dope. I'm very interested to know when you started with social media. When did you start?
I started with social media 2019. Actually, okay, Instagram. Yeah. I started with Instagram 2019 and I actually started taking it serious 2020 around August. Not serious though, like when I was starting to, yeah.
Wow. What was some of the contributing factors to your success? What made you boom on Instagram?
Consistency, the fact that I was always posting and I engage with my followers, I always interact with my followers.
Mm,
So I think that, and the fact that like I'm being myself, people like seeing something new. I understand. Because if I'm trying to be someone else, they won't be interested in my content. They'd be like, we've already seen that. So like this is something new, then yeah.
Wow, that's super dope. Have you ever like faced any difficulties in terms of creating content or growing your brand online?
Not really, but like not having time to actually create content has been one of the difficulties I've faced. And yeah, because I think it's the only difficulty I've faced. Because
Not
most of the time I'm also, like I'm forever busy, so I usually don't get time to create content.
wow. Do you see social media influencing or content creation as a long-term career in a way?
Yeah,
For real, for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Ah, that's super dope. So how,
People,
yeah,
oh,
sorry.
I've noticed that a lot of people are making it through social media. So yeah,
Wow, so this is a long-term career to you. But you were studying, you said you're studying Kunje or study
human resources management.
human resources management. A lot of people I communicate with, they are studying something that they don't like in school because of their parents, and they don't see what they are studying as a long-term career, but they want to do social media as a career in a way. Are you one of those people, or are you gonna go into human resources when you're done with graduations?
Actually, I'm not one of those people because like I'm really in love with what I'm studying. I really love it. So I'm trying to figure out a way of how I'm going to balance my careers, the social media and the 1 year HR. Because I want to go into both of them. Like I'm ready to go there. But if this one doesn't work out, the 1 year HR, I know it's okay, fine. I'm pursuing the 1 year.
Social media in a way. And there's something you said that intrigued me when you said sometimes you get stressed because you cannot be consistent. So don't you sometimes find yourself in an anxious position because you're not getting consistent likes or consistent views, something like that? Don't you ever become anxious?
Yeah, I do become anxious because like it's very stressful. You feel like, okay, it seems like now people are no longer interested in what I do, in my content. Why are my likes decreasing? Why are not people interacting with me anymore? So, you know,
It
it's
really
really
stresses.
stressful.
Wow. So
Yeah,
what do you do in order to manage? Like, how do you manage in a way?
I try to go back to my old way of being consistent. Like I try to push and then yeah,
Oh, so you try to be consistent in a way.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
and like I just try man to make some time to actually take pictures, even if like I don't have to dress up, look nice, makeup and whatever. Just like a nice selfie, then I post it. You understand? Like I just try to do something.
That's super dope. I just want to
Yeah.
get like a context of your life in a way, like you, since you are, I know you don't like being called an influencer, content creator, but you're one of the content creators that are growing and you have a lot of followers in a way. So bukhona lo celebrity nyana, that like 10% celebrity status in a way. How do you manage with that in a way? Like, because there's people who know you that you don't know, and probably sometimes there's people who are constantly reaching out to you. So how do you manage with that profile increase?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's like this thing of being well known, eh? To me, it's I don't know, man. Because I'm one person shy and I kind of have social anxiety. So like, yeah.
Give me one thing that you do that you, even if you're not planning to do that then, but how do you, what is your coping mechanism in a way?
I don't think I have one. I just go home and like
For real, you just go with the flow.
yeah.
Ah, that's super dope. But since you are in the influencer industry, that means you are a component of influencer marketing. Before we get too deep, what do you think about influencer marketing?
I think it's a thing. I think it's a good thing because in a way it helps you grow. Yeah, as a
Yeah,
content creator, influencer.
that's super dope. And how are you planning to use your influence to help other people or to help yourself in a way in the future?
Hmm. I don't think I've thought about that, eh? Let me
Or
actually think about
you need to think about it in a way, because in a way, if it's the creator economy is very big and it's very it's very beneficial to people inside it, but you need to be strategic about it and you need to have a plan in a way. I wanna, because you are money, but you have to you have to in
it.
a way yourself have uh, a roadmap with you. Where do you want to see yourself in the next couple of years? Yeah, so
Yeah.
another thing that's a problem is that a lot of businesses want to work with influencers, but they don't know how to reach out to you influencers. What is some of the tips you can give business owners, and like how can they reach out to influencers?
Well, with businesses, I feel like it's more professional if like they reach out to us by sending us emails. That's why hence we give our email addresses on our bios, ne? Like sending an email and being professional, like just getting straight to the point. This is what I want to do. Because with DMs, I for one usually don't like opening my DMs. Okay, I do open them, but like there was a time where like I'd open my DMs each and every time, but there was a time where I was traumatized because someone sent me something, and then from there I was like, "Hey, I'm no longer opening my DMs." So like I now I open them sometimes, but like I don't advise business owners to actually DM us because most of influencers don't open their DMs. They don't open their DMs. So I advise them to actually reach out to us by sending us emails because with emails, that's when we can see it's okay. This person is serious. This person really wants to do business with you.
Mm.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Do you personally think influencer campaigns work? Because there's some entrepreneurs that feel like I've tried influencer marketing and working with these influencers, but it just doesn't work. When being honest, do you think it works? Do you think it sells products?
Yeah, I think they do work. I think they do work. Because like obviously not every brand is going to want you. Like not every brand is going to like my content. You understand? So when you get into that, like the thing like kind of this app, it's Humans. Do you know it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know humans.
There are campaigns then. I can get there with my 52 point something K followers. And then there's someone who has like 10K. And then when they see the content of the 10K one, they see what they like this one. So when you get there, like looking for those campaigns, you must get in with this thing. You will see I leave a room for disappointment. And like you shouldn't expect to put every brand is going to want you understand. But what I know is they do work, just that some don't prefer the content that you are giving.
So what is some
Yeah.
of the things that are making influencer campaigns fail in a way?
I really don't know. Hey, I don't know.
You
Honestly, I
not,
don't know.
yeah, you're not
Yeah.
sure. So I
But
get, yeah.
another thing, I'm sorry for disturbing. And then, inconsistent. If like they see that you're not consistent, then obviously they won't want to work with you.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
terms of you being an influencer and partnering with a brand, what do you think contributes to making that campaign fail? Like obviously, so it's a Lily brand, you are promoting it, but you're not bringing in money to the business. What are you particularly doing wrong in that instant? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're making sense, but at this point, I really don't know because I think it's them. Actually, no. Maybe there is something you're doing wrong, but I don't feel like there's something you're doing wrong. As soon as like, because they usually tell you you have to maybe post a reel, a post, go live or something, ne? Or a story, and then you're actually doing all those things, but still you're not bringing in money. I think it's your audience.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's your audience because some people like they just view J Bandlule, and I've noticed a lot of people do that. So
Mm.
I'm doing wrong. The problem is with your audience.
That's with the audience. So what do you think businesses can do to improve their influencer campaigns or partnership with influencers?
Hmm, I don't know. I actually need to think about that.
I need to send you questions. Like you need to research a lot of things for me anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like yeah, because what I'm mostly interested in is for if there's an entrepreneur listening to this conversation to at least get a strategy or two on how they can go about their next influencer campaign. About so do you ever think you're gonna switch from HR to marketing? Like maybe if I'm like I have a business and I want you to be a digital marketer of my business.
Yeah, I think I will.
For real, for real. So let me ask
Yeah.
you some digital marketing questions in a way, yeah, because I really want to get like ukuthi engqondweni yakho, if I'm an entrepreneur, I have a product and I'm like, hell, can you sell it for me? What strategies, two strategies would you use if I don't have any money and I'm like, I want to sell this product. Can you sell it for me? What's the two strategies or advice would you give to me as an entrepreneur in a way?
As you'd be wanting to work with me, obviously that would be a thing. Kind of what's this word? That would work for you because I have a big audience, ne? So like a lot of people are going to see the product that you are selling through me. You're going to work with me, and now I'll help you by obviously marketing the product, showing people the product, and since like I have a big number of followers, then that will work for you. That's
Yeah, yeah.
the strategy by like working with people who have a big number of followers, who have a big number of audience.
That's dope. Are influencers expensive? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah,
They are expensive.
yeah, they are expensive. Because like, yo, I mean, not okay. I'm bringing a lot to the table than you as a brand are bringing. You understand? I have without my audience, your brand won't be well recognized. Without me being me, without me having this phone to take pictures and actually market your product, then your product
Yeah.
won't, yeah, your brand won't grow. Like, so
Mm.
since I bring a lot to the table, I have to get paid, man. Like, and yeah,
A lot of money in a way.
a lot, yeah.
So how can small businesses find a way to contribute with you, to collaborate with you guys? Like somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, what strategies can they use in order to collaborate with you?
They should first start by not expecting you to do a lot, like them demanding you have to post a reel, you have to post a post stories, because that's going to cost you. A story on its own, maybe it's like 350, for example. A post 500, a reel. So it's going to be expensive. You shouldn't just you shouldn't just want a lot of things at Niskatasi one, knowing very well that you don't have money to pay for all of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So being minimal is like top advice in a way. We see if you want to work with an influencer, try to not demand a lot of things and work with what you have in a way.
Yes.
Nah, that's super fantastic. So for somebody Mfethu, who doesn't have the lifestyle of a lot of people, because obviously, okay, I'm assuming, but influencing in a way is highly associated to the slave queen culture. You know, if you want to grow numbers, you have to dress up, go to parties, always look nice. For somebody who doesn't have that lifestyle but wants to grow their profile, what are the biggest things they can do?
Well, it's not a must for you to have that lifestyle. Just be you. And then, yeah, everything will just fall into place. You don't have to, like, because, like, let me say, for example, now I'm seeing Smang Mang is always going to restaurants to create content, always going, flying to Devon, like, those places. Now, like, I have to be like that. Nah, you don't necessarily have to have that lifestyle. Just be you. You don't have to have those 10-inch weaves, whatever. Nah, just yeah.
Just be you in a way.
Mm.
Nah, that's super dope and fair too. And one of the greatest thing I'm seeing a lot, like the pattern I'm seeing with influencers is that they are taking this as a career in a way. So I'm very interested to know, Uguti, what do you think in the next 10 years the influencer landscape is gonna be like? What do you think is gonna revolutionize this industry?
I think it's going to be a big thing because right now, like this influencer thing is becoming more like a job, a full-time job for people. So like I think it'll be, what can I say? At the moment, I feel like it's one thing that we know, okay, if you want to make money, it's one thing that's not going to fail if you are really into it. So in the next 10 years, it's going to be very big that most people will only depend on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great insight in a way. And since it's a lot of, yeah, since a lot of people see it as a career, do you think we need a formal institution for it? Like a university of influencers, like a school, well, a formal school, a university, well.
Yeah. I think we need it,
For real, for
because
real.
a lot of people who want to be in this thing, but like most people don't know how to do it. You understand? They don't know how to do it. So having a scholar where they're going to teach them, good, see, this is what you have to do. This is then yeah, it's going to help. So yeah, I think we should have one.
For real, man. Ah, that's dope. So what do you think a person needs in order to reach their fullest potential as an influencer?
Hmm. Let me think. First thing, you have to be, you have to have confidence. That's the first thing that you must have. Because a lot of people are not confident. They'd be like, when I Pearl, when you wear clothes like this and that, and I don't have that. Just be confident with yourself and do whatever it is that you have to do. Just be yourself and whatever. So confidence is the first thing. And then what else?
Confidence. Do they need
I
money?
think nah,
They don't need money. Nah, that's dope. That's
don't
super
need
dope.
money.
Education, like skills in a way.
Education is not necessarily a need, but you can't be man. Because like, okay, as a thingy, there'd be times whereby maybe like for example you have to. I think it's needed. No, like it is needed because like if I'm working with brands, and then they're saying you need to advertise this product for us, and then now Mina, because I can't even explain like this is this and this and this and that. So like it's needed. It is needed. It is needed, yo.
Yeah, I think I got like certain skills in order to execute to a specific level, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's super dope, man. That's super dope. Otherwise, I don't know if there's anything maybe before we conclude the conversation. And because I really would love you. Remember, I wanted you to research about drop shipping, and then we're gonna have like a discussion about it because I think it's one of the biggest ways influencers can make money. And then I just want to know, in your mind, how valuable is your followers? Like when you look at your followers, what value do you perceive from it?
Okay. As a person who works with brands, excuse me, they really bring a lot of value to my profile. Because as a brand, when a brand approaches me, obviously they check my followers first. You understand? Ukuthi followers angakanani. Am I going to bring money into their business and whatever? So they add value to my thing because them being there, them following me, they're actually helping me grow in a way. Yeah.
Bayatingakala so much in a way.
Yeah, bayadingakala kakhulu.
2 minutes. In fact, I assume Uguti, throughout your career, you're gonna be speaking to a lot of entrepreneurs. Some of them are gonna believe in this influencer thing, some of them won't. To somebody who doesn't believe in it, maybe a question, so please don't shout in a way. To somebody who doesn't believe in this art form or in this industry, what would you tell that businessman who says, this doesn't work, man? What would you tell that person?
I'd actually show the person, Uguti. Okay, wait. Oh, Uguti, it really works because if it wasn't for the social media thingy, okay, wait. It does work. It brings people. It brings a lot of people who are going to see your brand, your business, and then obviously some of those people, a lot, maybe like maybe say 60% of those people will be interested in your brand. So it's working because it's another way of marketing. Yeah, because like okay, for example, let me say you're selling a sweet, if uhleli lana endlini, who's going to see who's when you're selling sweets? You have to go outside so that people can see. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Too much like brand exposure in a way. It's highly needed for brand exposure. Yeah. That's super dope, Joe. Do you see traditional marketing in a way getting fucked up because of influencers at some point, like TV advertisements, because the big brands rely on advertisements and newspapers, like this big media outlets? Do you think influencers are gonna kill those outlets in a way?
Not really. I don't think because not everyone is more into noticing lazy like advertisements and whatever. Some people still believe lazy, like I don't know if I can't even
Mm.
put it.
So you're saying not everybody is on social media in a way. So a lot of people are still on TV, they're still listening to radio. So it's gonna take time for this big media outlets to fall in a way.
Yeah,
And that's super dope. But a lot of kids are already on YouTube, like wanting see like it in about my 5 years, but this bastard can use a phone. They watching cartoons on YouTube. So we're seeing that in the future, nobody's gonna be watching TV, nobody's gonna be listening to radio because we're gonna be listening to podcasts in a way. So that's why I'm like, probably in the future, influencers are gonna be the biggest marketers in a way.
yeah, but like preference, because like even if now we can see with Samantana, they're more into social media. Not everyone is going to be into social media. Like now, age group, there are a lot of people who are not into like social media. They're just not
Wow.
interested in it. So yeah,
You think they're
even
gonna
though influencers are going to be big and whatever, but I feel like there's still going to be people who are going to prefer TVs and whatever other than using the social media. Understand?
wow, that's
Yeah.
super dope. That's super dope. I think the last question I wanna ask you is, what is your hopes for this industry? What is the hopes for yourself? And what will you be doing in the future that's gonna contribute to your brand online?
Okay, my hopes, I would say, I'm hoping to actually work with bigger brands, international brands, brands that are going to make me a millionaire. Not even a millionaire, man. Like that are going to help me grow, like grow serious, 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 serious. So yeah, and recognition. Like I'm hoping to get more recognition from anything that has to do with anything in the media. Yeah.
Yeah, so I lied. This is not the last question. Probably this is the last question. What do you think about management in the influencer industry? Like, what do you think about managers?
Yeah, I think it's very important for one to have a manager. I, for one, I'm always busy in a way. I sometimes forget to Kana, I have to create content for this. Kana, I have to do this and that. So having a manager is going to make things easy because you have someone who's going to help you manage your things. You understand? Someone is going to remind you, hey, you have to work on this. You have to. Someone is going to manage everything for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes a
but
lot
like
of
yeah, I think having a manager, maybe when you start growing, like so on, it's okay. Now things are piling up. You can't manage your things. Then that's when yeah, it's okay. I need someone who's going to help me manage my things.
Mm,
But like if you still growing young, so say it's fine to do things on your own.
mm.
Yeah. But
So
I think
how,
yo,
yeah, how does
that is
an influencer reach out to a manager? Do you reach out to the manager or does the manager reach out to you?
you can reach out to the manager and like it can be I don't know find number brands, like for example, with brands, they can approach you and sometimes you can approach them. So also with
Mm,
managers, either you approach them or they approach. But if like you really need a manager and no one is approaching you, then you have to
mm.
reach out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And you said something that popped up a question in my mind, Uguti. How does influencers get brands in a way? How do you reach out to brands?
Okay, now to be honest, most brands, okay, there are so far the brands I've worked with, they're the ones who approached me, but you shouldn't always be waiting to get approached by brands. approach brands, like put your pride aside and always leave room for disappointments. Not every brand is going to say is going to agree with they want to work with you or whatever. But like approach brands, don't just sit there and wait for brands to approach you. When I send those emails, send them your rate cards, just advertise your opinions and market yourself, be out there, sell yourself to them. Yeah.
That's super dope.
For brands, ungaphela unyaka kungabi ne-brand eyi-one eka-approach-ayo, so you have to be
very consistent and hardworking in a way.
Yeah.
So I think
be
a go-getter in a way. Yeah, bengifuna ukukubuza that in order to be a successful influencer, what's the characteristics you need, like yourself, besides it being a business in a way, like like you need to be self-motivated, and what do you need in a way?
You need to be someone who's goal-driven, someone who's a go-getter, someone who's willing to go an extra mile to get what you want. Don't just be and expect everything which is a good way. Now you have to work hard, like work for what you want.
For real, man. Yeah, that's super dope. But for me, too, when I look at an influencer, I see a business in a way, because there's so much value in you guys. So I just want to know, there's a lot of value. I just want to know, one day, do you want to turn your brand into a business? Do you see it as a business?
Yeah, I do see it as a business.
For real. So since you see it as a business, do you think all influencers need business management skills in order to turn their brands into a business?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So if somebody doesn't have business management skills, what can they do?
Make sure that you have them. Just do make sure you have them. Really need them, yo.
For real, for real.
Them. Yeah.
That's super dope, which means you also need a team in order to execute certain things as a business, because once it's a business, now you need to have a lot of people, you need to have one band doing what, and now as a fully fledged business in a way.
Yeah.
That's super dope. So one day, Shuguti, we're gonna be talking to you as a business and you're gonna be like an agency or something.
Yep.
Wow, that's super dope, dog. Otherwise, yeah, this was a valuable conversation. I enjoyed it a lot. Maybe Koninto, that you wanted to say that I didn't ask you. Is there anything, maybe like final words or something?
Okay. To those who are always asking, Guti, how do you grow your followers? Be consistent. Be consistent. And another thing, stop being rude, guys. It's really not cute. Stop being mean. Just work harder and stop expecting everything, which is a good way. Be there when I go for what you want, and then everything will just fall into place. And also have this thing you would see, not everything is just going to, sometimes it's banana, but like always prepare yourself. You would see not everything is just not like smooth. You understand? You have to be strong enough to as would see. If this happens, you're going to be able to bounce back. You won't just give up. You understand? Yeah. And yeah, as I was saying to Lava Bebangbozo, how do I grow my followers and whatever? I'm consistent. There's nothing I'm doing. I'm just posting, just interacting with my followers. I go live. I post this thing is the Q&A, ask me anything. I just engage with my followers. So yeah, that's it.
That's super dope. But otherwise, my hopes is that one day when you are fully equipped and you ngathini, you are sure about a lot of things. I want us to create like a university of influencers, like a academy. So this is like the building blocks to it. I'm hoping I'm gonna get people like you to become teachers in this academy. Yeah, but so please research as much as you can, learn as much as you can, because in the future your services are gonna be needed. Yeah, I wanna like other thing professor, like, and that needs to be you. Yeah, so I have
Yeah,
high hopes for you, Faith, and so that's pressure to you. You need to like extremely work hard and educate
okay.
yourself about things we don't know. Yeah, well?
Yeah,
Yeah, super dope. Otherwise, mfethu ngibonge kakhulu for isikhathi sakho. This was Influencer Academy podcast, and I hope this won't be the last interaction we have with you, as you are part of the family now. And so Klupa from time to time for your knowledge, ne?
yeah.
Ngibonge kakhulu ke sis Pearl. Have a nice day otherwise.
Have a nice day too.
Sure.